In this episode, we do red and green science, and we start building the structure of a factory using a new template. Enjoy the show, everyone. I've been getting everything ready to start the red science. And yeah, it's getting there. I had started this video and did get a little ways done. And then the girlfriend phoned. So pretty much ended that video, and then I had a second video, but I had a bad start to it, so I decided to get a little bit more organized because nobody wants to see me spend 30 minutes of this video just building stuff. So there you go. Anyway, talking about building stuff, I've been busy. And yeah, there's been a lot offline that I have done. I've reorganized everything, and I had a real good look at my base, and I just decided, you know what, it just isn't working for me. So I came up with a better way of doing it. And so we're going to show it to you, how we're doing it. And as you can see, we have a template system now for my factory levels, and they are all identical. And there are some pretty enormous advantages to this. And I will show you exactly how things are. Get up there. First thing in the morning, and I'm already making mistakes. Yay, yay. Okay, so anyway, some people may not know this. I know a lot of the established players are going, yeah, you know, we've known this for years. But you can do copy and pastes of sections. And so I built a base specifically so I can just copy and paste it and just duplicate the exact same thing over and over again. And it's actually turned out to be a pretty flexible system. What you do is you hold Control and you hold the C button, and you get this little cursor here. And what we do is we just place the cursor. We just select what we want. We want just one line at the top, one line at the bottom, and two lines in the middle. And then when we release the cursor, we get a copy. And we just move it into position. That looks good. And then what we get is a little ghost image. And as you can see, got a whole bunch of stuff in here. And one of the really, really nice features about this game, and again, the quality of life on this is great. This was something I actually only just found out, being a beginner. And there's so many key presses, but if you hover over a ghost image and then you press Q, you create that image on your cursor, and then you can just click, 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 right? Now, I put in little boxes here, and the reason I did that is just really so that you will see how I do things. It's a little strange. These just tell me which resources are going in here, so I can keep, you know, just a visual thing to help me keep track of it. When we're like this, it's a little hard to see sometimes, but you can also toggle it if you really wanted to. So if you hit Alt key, there you go. See, there are no icons on the things, but if you hit the Alt key again, there you go. Anyway, next in the change, this is actually the last of the factories I need to get all my green science done. And that would be the birders. Now I should mention while I'm doing this, if I can play and talk at the same time, that is. Okay, we're ready to go here. Now we've got a little bit of a tricky one here. As you can see, the birders, they require plates, they require gears, and they require electronic circuits. Now, here's the thing. We've got two belts here. And one of the nice things is that if we really wanted to cheat, we could add another line across here and then just do long-armed inverters if we really wanted to. But I think what we will actually do is we will put two items onto one belt, one at the bottom and one at the top, so that these guys can all grab them. And well, here's gears. Okay, so what I told it to do is very simple. We have these two lines, side by side. In retrospect, maybe shouldn't have done it this way. Maybe I should have just used the plates, but that's fine. So this line goes in here. It goes into the splitter. So the main line goes straight up through the underground and straight up there. And while the secondary line goes in here, and if you notice, I've got gears on one side, circuits on the other, and this is the same way. It just hits this little guy right. Anyway, yeah, you have to do it that way. Also, it won't work. What will happen is it will end up mixing everything. That's okay. But as you can see, I did the same with the circuits, but this is going loading onto the top belt, and then what we do is we just go up here. So anyway, there's the gears, there's the circuits, and this guy is the same thing here. We're just doing a little undergrounding to him. We do a splitter. We curve the belt in. And if I've done this correctly, we should start seeing diverters. We'll just check to make sure that they're all working. Yep, there we go. So now we have our science all done. Now we're not going to restore our red science and do our green science at the moment because I kind of in a little bit of a quandary here. Now this is how the rest of my new base looks. And the thing is very simple. As you can see, we have 2 lines for iron and 2 lines for coal because we definitely need it. And we also have a single line here. And the same thing over here. Now I may I may just make this 1 line of copper instead. So I have enough room for, I believe it's 24 resources because we have 2 here and we're going to have 2 over here too as well. In case you're wondering, this is just a dump thing to get rid of all of my excess stuff. But I was kind of wondering if it wouldn't be better, since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factories up here, if it might not be best to put is to take my resources and put them and do my science production on this side instead. Now the other solution, the other thing is I could just duplicate this so I have a spare set of factories and move my science on the side here. I haven't decided exactly how to do it because will have room for 8 different science in my design. But I was kind of tempted to put my science right up here. So yeah, you know, I was with these guys right up here and build my actual science factories over here and just put her up, because I think I'm only really going to need we could start with 12. If I do it on this side, we can just do the initial 12, and if we need to expand it, we can always expand it very easy with the copy and paste. Because copy and paste works out great, because what we could do is we could just take the entire factory, the entire site, and so we can either put it over here, we can duplicate it, we can put it over here if we duplicate it, and then just go and hit the F key to flip it, and we can put it over here. We could rotate it if we really wanted to, you know. So we've got a lot of options. I just haven't decided what's going to be the best way for this to work in my own design. In all intents and purposes, I'm thinking what I could do, and I know it's a little insane, is duplicate this entire section and then move it over here and have my science over here. But I definitely would like room for another section of these factories because it's just so nicely set up. We could also just build on one side, and this side would be for all the other things, train stations or drone factories or whatever. So we do it that way. In the meanwhile, I think what I'll do is I will just show you why I did it this way. This was all force, and I think there was 6 groups or 8 groups. And I ran into problems with splitting resources and stuff, and it got more and more complex, and it started looking really, really kind of stupid. So I decided to do this as 2s instead. That's the remnants of what I was doing. And as you can see, I've expanded out. I can add another 6 to a side to this. So this will be 18. So each section would be 18. And as you can see, everything is all nicely set up. And I also did the copper too as well. And the idea is that I believe it was Nilos that said that you need 8 full lines of iron, you need 4 full lines of copper, and you need 2 full lines of steel. And at the moment I have 4 lines of iron, 2 of copper, or will be 2 of copper, and 1 of steel at the present moment. But copy and paste, we could copy this entire smelting system and duplicate it over here too as well. So that would be my 8, 4, 2, and 2. As well, I did some significant cleanup on the belts here. And as you can see, I've increased my coal production. This seems to work fine. It seems to give me exactly what I need. It probably gives me a bit more coal than I actually need. And then as you can see, this is my main line that goes down to my boiler. And I also added a little bit more to my boiler production. I'm accumulating 5.4 megawatts at the present moment. I should be actually doing better than that, shouldn't I? Well, he's doing it. Oh, they're just not burning because I guess. Yeah, they're really not even using it because too much. He was producing power before. Okay, well, I'll figure it out afterwards. Anyway, so as you can see, it's starting to get there, and I spent a lot of time. I basically wiped everything out and redid it, and I'm kind of glad that I did, because I think my life is going to be a lot simpler, well, a lot less frustrating and a lot less stressful once I make a decision on how I'm going to proceed. But we don't need these guys anymore. So I'm very, very glad that I made the effort. In case you're wondering, these are dumps, all right? These are just spare resources. When you destroy a pretty sizable section of your base, you're going to end up with a lot of resources. So I just dumped them all into chests, and so that they can so I can get rid of it in case I have a short chain or anything. They're quite full, by the way, and as well as if you notice, I cleared out some more trees and I cleared out some more rocks. I've got so much wood and stone, it's not funny. I have yet to even mine I think a single piece of stone, and yet I've got like an almost full iron chest full of stone. So yeah, okay. and also, as you can see, I'm just getting this side ready. I just wanted to space things out a little bit. Anyway, you know what? This is actually going to be a short video, isn't it? Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll probably just end this very quickly here, because I have to go offline and I have to think about exactly what I want to do here. And build, and I guess you can guess what I'm going to do in the comments if you want. I probably might still be here before I go, and it'll be an answer back some people. But as I said, I'm leaving in October. It's the 3rd week of September here. I've got about another week before I'm off and enjoying some time with my girlfriend. And I will tell you that no, I won't be able to play games or probably even bring my computer, because she insisted. You can understand that. Yeah, women. I mean, it's, really. You just don't understand women. Just won't let a man play his video games whenever he wants. Jeez. Anyway, off we go. You can see what the base looks like now, and what the base is going to look like from now on, I guess, because this just really, really makes things so much easier. And if you can see, if we add, as I said before, if we add another line of resources here, at the top and at the bottom, and put one of these guys in, there's his room right there. We can do all sorts of stuff too as well. So he can put stuff out, or if we just reverse him, he can take from a belt too as well. So that means that if we have 2 items per belt, so that's 2, that's 4, there would be 6, there would be 2 more up there, so that would be 6, and we can always add a little belt across here, so we can actually do 8. So we can have 8 different items into our assembly. Into our assemblers. It's a very, very flexible system, and as I said before, it's basically copy and paste because it's going to work for just about all of the stuff, I guess at least the middle game. Yeah, it's going to work out very, very, very well. And we will see you for the next one. Bye for now. This is Future Shiva. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the new video format that I am now doing starting with this episode. I am just learning how to do this, so any comments would be greatly appreciated. If you are a video editor and have worked with video editing programs, especially DaVinci Resolve, if you have any tips or tricks or criticisms, just write them in the comments below. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you for the next episode. Bye for now.